struggle to rank up in Rocket League? Are you stuck in Diamond while your other friends flex their SSL title? Well, look no further. I have partnered up with LTX Academy as a coach, and we are ready to boost your gameplay. With multiple tournaments and trophies won and thousands of dollars earned, I will tailor to your needs and make sure you get to that next level. I'm also doing discounted prices for the first 10 days, so you do not want to miss out. And you are also probably thinking,
CMOS, how do I book a session with you?
well, that's easy. Just open up that fancy browser of yours, type metafy.gg/@cmasorl_, pick a session to your liking, book a time, and bang, you're booked, and I'll see you in the call. Once again, that's metafy.gg/@cmasorl_.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for the finale of all finales to end our lovely RLIS Superstars season. Saving the best for last with Rising Star. This is where the People's Champions are really made. My name's D Lynch. Someone you're probably used to at this stage. Sick of, I should probably say, is the word. But I'm joined by an extra special guest tonight. Hasn't probably cast in a while, but I think you'll all be just as happy to see him. Large Grady, welcome. How are you doing, man?
Oh, it's great to be here. I'm going to give everyone... Oh, wait. Oh, I can't say that. No, wait, never mind. What's the words? I can't even think of what I was going to say. I was going to say, like... I know everyone in the lobby, and I hate them all. That's the best way to put it.
It is what it is, Grady. But, look, we're going to ask everyone, once it gets starting, to, obviously, in a minute, to tell me, is sound too high, sound too low, etc. I've turned up my game sound a bit because it's generally a bit low, but either way, Grady, obviously, I'm a bit biased when I'm going to be in my predictions here. Maybe, I don't know, will you? Because, obviously, we're all good friends with both sets of teams. What are the predictions, Grady?
I know you're going to be biased, and I might have to join you here. I've been seeing the way Jamie's been moving. It looks like it's going to be like a 5-0 or 5-1 to High Kings here, man.
Ooh, that's a strong prediction. I won't go that heavy in favour, but I will say Jamie has been, he'd be a scary 1v1 player at any time. He's taken a few games off both of us, I believe, Grady.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. There's a reason I went 0-15 myself, so yeah.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but you did.
Someone had to.
Someone did, exactly. At least it's you, rather than me. But
if I make fun of myself, no one else can. It's fine.
Yeah, I suppose if Grady, you want to check if the players are all ready to go.
Yeah, I'll give me a quick buzz here.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to say, you probably saw in our little video beforehand, lovely Simas coaching as part of the LTX Academy, one of our lovely sponsors, obviously. And Simas, we all know him well, multiple to land champion here, RLCS player, top 8, I believe, in Europe, over in NA at the moment.
Dave, I have to stop you there, because the most important thing that he has won is an RLIS Superstar Final.
Exactly. That is reserved for only the best of the best in the Irish esports scene, Grady. Do you know anyone else? Any other important names off the top of your...
No one comes to mind. No one really comes to mind. All I know is the players are ready to go. So,
I suppose, yeah. And if you saw, before that, if you also saw, with LAN coming up later this month, there will be a forum later in the week where you can get a lovely little discounted version to pre-order for LAN, some jerseys if you didn't manage to get them last time around. But I suppose if you want to get the players ready, Grady, we'll get them right underway and get in straight into the lovely action of this. Best of 9.
They're raring to go. They are raring to go here.
We'll get going. So, it's a very interesting format, Grady,
I've been here before myself many times.
Have you?
Oh yeah, this is like, I think I've played 5 seasons. I've been in the final 4 times.
Oh jeez,
but
fair going for you.
Yeah, that's a great start, Jamie already.
We absolutely love to see it, Grady, as I silently turn away from my mic and fist bumping the side of my room. Non-biased cast here, but that's the ideal start you'd love for the Vikings, Grady.
Yeah, I was about to start talking about how it can be a very tactical game, and all of a sudden it's blown wide open with that early goal for Vikings. Again, I was talking about how Jamie is a very dangerous player, and he's proven it right there.
Yeah, somehow sneaking in towards the end of that second round, I was the only one willing to take a chance at him, nearing the 1600 peak and Rising Star. But either way, it's going to be a long day. So even if whichever team does end up not taking this game one, it's going to be a long series, Grady, and anything can happen.
Yeah, like it takes a lot out of you doing any of these series, because it's not just like you have to win that extra game 5 or the 5th game rather than just the 4 you'd need for a best of 7. Was it decomp, Crossy and Ryan that reverse swept this once, and there hasn't been any other team apart from that?
No,
the Saints roster?
Yes, that was against Epics, if I believe correctly, I remember. But that was the only best of 9 reverse sweep since we've changed to the best of 9 format for RLIS. As we see Large Ryan with the tactical fake coming in there, Grady.
It's what he loves to do. He's very good at those.
Learned from his mentor, Large Grady.
No, I never miss. I would never miss the ball. What do you mean? Or sorry, fake. I would never pick the ball. Sorry.
This might be a lot of what we have to see. But we love to slander the man. But here he is, Grady. 2-0 up for the Vikings. Oh my.
Call it off. If he's scoring, then you've lost. That's... Can you wave the white flag early? Go in the next game. Because if Ryan's scoring, you might
Do we allow that in the ones, actually? Would we allow a little forfeit like that? That's my question.
I'd be happy to. But
it did
I'm
get
not the
added
one
to
that makes the rules
RLCS1
game.
one.
They did add that, yeah. But, look, I know there is a lot of Taste Rainbows fans out there. He's been here before and he's won. Do you think he'll be able to rally the troops behind him to get something out of this game?
I think if the Saints are going to be playing well and be in pure contention for this series, Taste will have to be playing well. We've seen him before at this level. We obviously know he can be an absolutely phenomenal player. So it really will be dependent. But also, we can't sleep on either of his teammates. Hero peaking lately, getting 1500, I believe, as well. But Large Ryan, a bit too large for them right now, Grady.
Yeah, it was a great infield pass from Rad. All credit to him. Taste left on his own. Can't do much against that. It's was it the Vikings are feasting right now? Would be the way to put it.
Feasting at the high table, the big round table, Grady.
Yeah, like Ryan's been putting a lot of effort into improving, especially because he once he realized just how good Jamie and Rad were, he was thinking, oh, they could win it all, and he's been grinding pretty heavily. He's been up and down a load, and Jamie's been up and down a load. I don't know how much Rad's been playing the game, but those two have been playing a lot together. There's a lot of chemistry on that side of the field, whereas from what I've heard, the Saints team doesn't really have that same level of chemistry. But then saying that, Hero slots that upper 90.
An absolutely phenomenal shot by Hero here. Jamie does well. He ends up beating 2 of the Saints players in the corner. But his team just aren't really supporting him. And I see he's joined Ryan in this regard, going with the large Jamie tag. Will they be just a bit too large for the Saints roster? Who knows? But they'll have to be a bit careful now as Hero gets the pass infield. But Ryan is there to intercept it. And we're going to see now. They got to be really careful here with their double commits. Because if you give this Saints roster any bit of a time, any bit of an opening, we do know they have the capability to slot it at any moment. And that's a great save by Ducky.
But Hero was very big on Ducky before the series, saying that if Ducky's playing well, he thinks Ducky 1v3 the entire Vikings team.
I rate Ducky very highly, but I think that might be just a bit too much of a glaze. But either way, that's a hat trick for Large Ryan, I believe.
Ryan proving his name there, like with the fattest of 50s. He needs to hit the diet there. and pushes it through Hero into the corner. That's just
I will
big
say,
game player.
Ryan, he's a very much confidence player. I know if things don't start going his way, he might get in his own head a small bit. But I do believe, getting an early hat trick here, at least him, even if he isn't playing the best, making him think he's playing good will really help his chances of just playing well throughout the series.
Well, he did have a small misstep, but not that that's going to affect anything too much. And the large men coming through here. The last time I saw a Rising Star final would have been the one I played in, where both myself and Large Jack had large in the name as well. Surely history repeats itself.
As they say, Grady, the history book on the shelf is always repeating itself. No copyright strike,
Yeah.
please. I didn't sing it, so it's fine. But
No.
I'm going to say 20 seconds remaining, Grady. 5 goals to 1, just courtesy of Rad here. I'm going to say that probably is game for Vikings in this game 1.
Yeah, now if you're Saints, you got to be thinking, got to reset the mindset here. What are we running for game 2? Are we going to go with the 2s? Are we going to go with the 1s? There's a lot of options, and there's a lot of mind games you can play.
That is true.
But,
'Cause if anyone here doesn't know, Grady, the format for this best of 9 is every game 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. Every other game is 3v3. Besides that, it'll be the losing team gets to choose, and then the opposite. So if game 2 is 2v2, game 4 will be 1v1, etc.
Yeah, I'll give them a minute here to figure out what game they want to go with.
The replay one did not work. Thank you, Rory.
Saints have decided to go with 2s first, by the way.
Have they? That is great to know. I'm going to skip the replay. Okay, Rory, what did you have broken for me?
Some technical difficulties, it seems.
Everything else is working. Why is the stats not working? Scoreboard. Score. We are having some technical difficulties. Blame Rory. He's a bozo. He decided to change all this last minute and reset me up earlier today. But I suppose while we're trying to sort out these technical difficulties, we'll at least give a bit of a shout out to one of our lovely sponsors of our lovely jerseys, Emerald Core. You know, gotta give them a shout out. Huge. They've done a great job with the jerseys. I don't know. You've seen them in person, Grady. What do you think of them?
I have indeed. I think they're very good quality. They're very well made they're good value for the quality as well. It's they're very nice.
Very nice indeed.
But as we're about to get in here, we have Ducky and Taste versus Rad and Jamie. So this is, in theory, the 2 strongest lineups from each team from what League Play has told us. So I don't think Rad and Jamie have lost a singles 2s game together. It's or 2 series rather, not 2s game. But it should be, if you were to go off statistics, it should be a pretty easy win for Jamie and Rad. But I love the way that this game can throw you through loops. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I confirm. The stats scoreboard was working. It just didn't auto change over to it.
Well, you're dealing with your technical difficulties. I'm watching Taste.
I'm not dealing with it. I'll manually swap if need be, because that's a Rory question, because I've done everything else. Everything else seems to be working fine, just not this.
As Nova tells you in chat, this D-Lunch guy sucks. I fully agree. Get this guy out.
Excuse ye. Either way, though, Ducky, a lovely reset there. Ball's going to go infield with Jamie, has all the time and space. Jamie, rumour has it he was cooking 1700 twos last night.
I wonder where that came from. Oh.
Who knows where that came from, but either way, it'll be really interesting to see how they can do here. Fakes it, goes low under Ducky. He gets the bump, and then is open. Can Rad get there? Ducky with the save on the goal line. That was amazing, really.
the Taste Rainbows fan club will be foaming at the mouth seeing that it's 0-0 still, and that Taste has been doing pretty well so far.
I believe he has been. I'm not. From the eye test, I would say he has. It's been a very back and forth game. None's too dangerous besides that High Kings opportunity that I've noticed. But then again, I was also not looking at my screen for half the time.
Well, I'm a big Taste Rainbows fan myself, and he looks great out there.
That's a great dunk by Jamie, though. The net could be open. Can he get it on? He can't.
Ducky's
Ducky, very awkward. He couldn't get the touch, and Rad finds the opening goal with just over half the game remaining, Grady. But
nothing to worry about yet.
I was going to say, it's a lot of positivity so far for the Saints in this 2v2 team. They've been really holding their own. They've been looking impressive.
Yeah, it'll give them a bit more confidence going into the next couple of games, even if they lose this one. And especially with Jamie missing that shot, it'll be a bit of a relief, nearly.
Because
as things seem to not be going exactly their way.
While arguably being the strongest twos duo in Rising Star, Jamie and Rad, what you got to remember is Taste and Ducky technically is their weaker duo playing Ducky first. Maybe they were trying to anticipate the High Kings here going with their stronger roster for the first game.
Yeah, I think anyone can tell you Ducky's very solid no matter what. Like he'll be very comfortable against these players. He's played them all in 6-mans. He knows them all. Although saying that, he's nearly caught off guard there, but just hits it off the post. They're getting left in a lot of 2v1s here for the Saints team. Taste has to go early to try to beat Rad, and he does, over to the sidewall. Which might leave Jamie awkward, but seems to be okay. But Ducky's still there. He's not gone away. Rad keeps it out.
That was a really close opportunity from Ducky there. Taste taking it back to his corner smartly. Going to try and bait in the High Kings here. Deciding to go low. Gets flipped there under Rad, but now Jamie. 1v1 opportunity. 2 actually. Taste does get the touch, but the net could be open for a second. Rad puts it to the backboard. Jamie smartly decides not to go, and Ducky just ends up throwing away possession right now. But that's a good force in the end. They gotta be careful here. Taste up to the backboard. The net could be open for a second. Ducky, he's known to have a good reset in his locker, and Jamie with the pre-jump save. Oh, a bit of fortune there maybe for the High Kings, Grady.
I think they're getting away with a lot right now. The Saints are really piling on the pressure here. Ducky again finds the open net and slots it home, and we're back to a tied game.
A bit confused here how this ends up happening. 50 there. Rad goes for the corner boost. You can see the ball was kind of just flopping there in the middle. Bit of a mistake there from Rad.
Yeah, I can't see you right now, but I'm sure you're shaking your head in disappointment at that one of all the ways to concede there after the way they've been going about things. But both double commit there from the High Kings as they look to be a bit panicky on defense. It's not quite the same that we saw on the freeze. Maybe Ryan is the rock of this team, but Taste nearly caught off guard by Jamie again, and he might have given it to him. It's just sneaks in under the bar. And that is back ahead. I might have to eat my words.
The classic Dealage fist bump to the side while Grady is talking. 30 seconds remaining. The High Kings are winning this game. In theory, Grady, which differs slightly compared to the best of 7, you can actually win the grand final on 3v3 alone. There is 5 of those games.
Yeah, I'm sure your all-star team would have liked to have that, wouldn't they? As Taste equals everything back up. And that's my goat right there. Taste Rainbows slotting it past Jamie like he's not even there. It's an open net.
Look, no matter which team wins this game, it's early in the series. While you don't want to go 2-0 down, even if the Saints did, or if they took this game, it's going to be a long series I anticipate ahead of us, Grady.
You know, the Saints team here have done a lot better than I was expecting them to, considering that... Oh, well, I
and Jamie scores!
Yeah, my bad, I guess. Do you want to solo cast the rest of this, Dave? I might just...
Nobody. Unfortunately not. But we were given permission that we are obviously we gotta be we're the utmost professionals here. But we will slander the players when slander is deserved. But I don't think there is any here.
I
Ducky
think the
left in an
Saints
awkward
win.
position, can't really do too much. And it's just good pressure by the High Kings.
If you're Saints, you'll be kicking yourself the way you've lost this. It's a bit heartbreaking fashion, but at the same time, again, you have that like mental uplift of that was actually a bit closer than we might have thought, or maybe it was like that feeling of being hard done by might spur them on to do a bit better in the next 3v3 game here.
Definitely indeed, but our actual technical difficulties are over. The stats are actually showing on the leaderboard, Grady, or on the screen now for everyone. It may have been done manually, but we'll give you a little bit nicer thing to look at.
Yeah, it's nice to have that back rather than guessing how everything's going and stuff.
Now it's a pure 3v3 again. If everyone's gonna...
Vikings are already in there ready.
We're just waiting. Rad showing up huge actually in that 2v2, both on offense and defense.
There was a little bit of confusion there between ones or threes on the side of the High King, or the Saints rather.
They forgot the different format. That last game, it was the Saints that called 2v2, correct?
Yep.
Okay, good. I can't see the chat.
Don't worry, I know my format. And if I have questions, I'll ask you.
I may have only looked at the format and explained it to Ryan about 5 minutes before the series, but it's fine.
Of course you did.
But the Saints be really looking to bounce back in this Trees game now. They lost rather convincingly in that first game, but also first game jitters, bit of warm up. But I suppose while it wouldn't be match point after this, they really would be looking to take this game 3 to at least try and make it a bit closer of a series. And not put a lot of pressure on them.
But that's not the start you need if you're on the Saints side. Rad just coming in. Rad and Jamie linking up after must be getting comfortable after that twos win. And you're gotta be a bit nervous again if you're Saints, because once you're down 1-0 in game 3, you're already, after losing by a couple goals in every game so far, you'll be feeling really, really nervous.
Yeah, I don't know every player particularly well on the Saints roster, but you'd probably know them a bit more, Grady. Would any of them suffer from nerves overly?
Speaking from experience, I know Taste Rainbow has been down 3 in a RLIS grand final before, and he didn't have any issue that day. Ducky, there's been a couple of moments even playing for Nate where you could say it was down to nerves. There was a couple of grand finals that he's lost or playoff matches, but I don't know if that would come down to nerves. And Hero, I don't think has any issues himself. They shouldn't have too many issues, but when it's a best of 9, it's a completely different ballgame.
They'll need to be a bit careful here. The High Kings, especially with Ryan and Jamie, seem to love going for a pinch aerial pre-jump play of some kind.
They love a good clip.
Now is not the time to be trying it, unless you want to make your name into the RLI history book. But either way, we're going to see Hero here. Trying to find a good pass over to Ducky. Can only get the touch towards the corner. Rad going to try and take it there. It's good 50 by Jamie. Rad takes it off him, but only finds it as far as Hero. Still, from all the pressure that's potentially been there, I was going to say it's only 1-0, but Ryan, he's really showing that form again that he was in that game 1.
The rock of the High Kings team coming in again. He's just letting Rad and Jamie do their thing, just cleaning up whenever there's a free ball for him. It's fantastic to see.
It is brilliant to see, Grady, because I actually, during the drafting process, Ryan was someone that was always on my mind, but there was someone that did encourage me to fully pick him in the end. But I can't remember him. I think he might have went 0-15 in league play or something like that.
Oh, are you friends with Butt Snorkeler?
Who knows, Grady? Who knows? Were you not on that team as well with Butt Snorkeler?
No, I don't know what you're on about. It's Jamie slots one again. It's 3-0, and it's looking impossible to come back in this game for the Saints.
It is, but like if they want any hope of coming back in this series or even this game, they really need to sort out their 3v3 because you have to take at least one 3v3 game or else you can't win a series. But if there is any hope for the Saints right now, it will be in that later twos where they will, in theory, have their stronger roster against the weaker roster of the
Well,
Vikings. But
Well, D Lynch, at this point, I think they need a bit more than just one freeze game to bring themselves back into this. As Jamie's putting more pressure, the hero's there to cut it out. And it's a great clear, but there's no one there for the Saints, just giving the ball back to the Vikings over and over again. And you've got to question, like, when are they going to stop and take the control?
that is a good question. That's something that maybe in and around this Rising Star level they might not have be it as used to. A lot of times they think banging the ball will relieve pressure. It will relieve pressure, but it's also maybe not the best game management. That's something that might be lacking in the lockers of some of these players. But right, getting touch his corner here. He gets the double off the sidewall. That's a good beat by Taste. Good pass infield. Ryan, great 50, but Rad gets back in time to bail him out. And the Vikings, they're just looking relentless at the moment, Grady.
Yeah, I was full of compliments for Ryan, and I still am. There's a lot of great plays that he's making that he wouldn't even normally make. He's performing really well under pressure here. And it's just, again, Rad and Jamie linking up as they continue to just bury the ball in the back of the Saints net. The hero left, not much he can do, really. Tries to read the backboard, Rad cleans him out of it, and yeah, it's... I don't really know what to say for the Saints because there's nothing really that... Ducky goes for the reset, but there's three defenders. There's not much that... There's no way that ball is getting through unless they all miss. And
Yes, Grady.
it's just... I don't really know what else they can do because it's boomer ball that somehow ends up in front of an open net for the Saints constantly.
Oh yeah, that's quite accurate so far. But their threes they really will have to say because the twos looked very close even with their weaker roster. But again, this big of a hammering in threes will really, really not help them in the end. It will really. I'm just looking at Crossy right now. I'm not saying that word twice now, but either way, they will really have to start putting on their big boots, Grady, and really trying figuring out the answers. Because at the moment, Vikings have all the answers to any of their problems they try and throw at them.
Yeah, there's... When it's... If it was like a 1-0 game or a 2-0, you'll be thinking, oh, this is still pretty close. It's all fine. But when it's a 5-0, a 4-2 in the twos, and a 5-2, I think it was, in the first game, it's not looking good if you're the Saints, like.
No, it's not.
But Jamie and Rad showing why they were picked above Ryan in those in the draft. But Ryan, again, he is being that rock that I mentioned. He's constantly there when he's needed with that goal. There was a block he had against on an open net that Taste had, and he's just always there.
Yeah. And now we're going to be moving into 1v1, which I don't know, Grady. If I were the Saints right now, I'd be kind of calling for a tech pause and maybe going to our lovely coaching sponsorship of the LTX Academy to see can they potentially try to sort out any issues. But as we'll see here, Grady, we're going into game number 4, 3-0 up for the Vikings, but Large Jamie versus Rubber Ducky. I don't know about you, Grady, but I don't want to gas up my own players too much. But I've seen some clean movement from Jamie, but also Ducky. He wouldn't be any slouch in the old 1v1 arena.
Ducky is definitely more known for his 1v1 ability than his 2 or 3. Well, his 3 is very good as well, but he's mainly like a ones player as far as I'm aware. He's probably higher ranked than I am in ones, but that is not the start he would have wanted to the game with Jamie sliding it past him, slotting it into the bottom right.
Chat
And
has informed me as well that Ducky is a ones main.
yeah, he's when I managed him a million years ago, last RLIS, he was definitely very keen on the ones, but he he kind of plays it down a lot. He says he's not the best ones player, but he does love a good game of ones, and I've seen him play some great games. But yeah, that's not the start he needed, especially against a player like Jamie, who should have the ability. But that's a great shot.
Absolutely good play by Ducky. Gets the flip there. Jamie just kind of flips himself to the backboard, caught himself in no man's land. When he has no boost like that, he does really just need to challenge, just throw himself at the ball, because he's just leaving himself to be toyed with by Ducky. Leave himself play with his food. What interesting fake kickoff by Jamie. The net will be open there. Can he get on target? He does, and Jamie regains the lead instantly.
Jamie does love a good fake kickoff from the corner, as I've unfortunately been on the other receiving end of. But that worked out very well for him, and Ducky couldn't find the answer he needed to get around him.
No, he could not. But we see a good strong kickoff by Jamie there. He will regain possession. Oh, that's a lovely catch off the wall though. Instant challenge by Ducky. It's not on target though. Good follow, tracking back by Jamie for the demo there. Where you see what he can do now. But Ducky, still only a goal in it. It's ones. There may be a small bit on this game, but ones you can never tell what's really going to happen.
It's not over yet by any stretches. Ducky makes sure Jamie's not getting back to that one by throwing him to the back of the net the entire time. And it's a great bump by Ducky. A good initial flick, and he's kept the pressure on. It's not quite going to be the Jamie show.
That's correct, Grady. But we see Jamie taking the skies. Does he get the reset? I don't think he did. That's a great challenge by Ducky. The net will be open. Can he fight it? He can. Ducky takes the lead.
This might be exactly what Ducky needs. Taking the lead in this game. Right when it looked a bit nervous from him, but he looks like he's just taking full control already.
But Ducky, he is playing like a man possessed in this 1v1 right now. Jamie, maybe underestimated him a small bit here. But either way, if Jamie can keep himself composed and not take himself out of the game too much, as soon as he's on the ball, we know he has every chance of making some magic happen and scoring at any moment's notice. It's a good challenge there. Ducky, gonna have to be careful in his corner here. Jamie will be incoming. I couldn't see what was happening, but I called it. Ducky will have to be very careful though, because Jamie will always try and stay on this ball.
There's a lot to be said for Jamie's one's ability. You've been on the receiving end as well, I've heard.
I may or may not have been.
That's not the kickoff that Jamie needed after that. But
It's not.
Ducky reads him like a book.
He does. Yeah. Jamie a bit too far to the side there when he was going for his delayed kickoff. Ducky sees it easily and just booms into the back of the net. Ducky up by one again, and if he can take this once off the High Kings, arguably best player in 1v1 in Jamie, that'll be a huge scalp for the Saints and really put them back in the driving seat to hopefully try and reclaim any bit of momentum in the series.
When Ducky's involved, it's never a scalp. As they have rule one in the corner. Now, if they do keep this, Ducky will have brought a game back for the Saints.
Are they really going to stay like that?
Well, they seem happy to.
No way. Are we just going to be sitting here for... Oh, what is happening with the director cam?
So, Jamie's now asking, is this an RLIS rule that he's He has to stay.
He is allowed to break it. You could tell him that. It's up to. It's not an RLIS rule. It is just a respect. Is that rolling on target?
There's no way. Surely not.
No, it's rolling too much to the corner. Is it?
Ducky's checking himself here. I'm on the Ducky camera, just making sure that's not going in his net.
Is it?
But it's not. No, it is going to the corner. But
It's not in.
if you're Jamie, do you try break it to try score? Because it is so close that if you get the half flip just right, could you beat Ducky to shoot this? But I actually,
If you were going to do
I don't
it,
know how to
you
react.
would have done it. You would have done it a while ago, while it wasn't in Ducky's corner.
Jamie trying to convince Ducky that he needs to go save the ball.
It's now rolling back on this way, I think, towards Jamie's net.
Jamie's now asking to break on 30 seconds, to which Ducky's not really agreeing, but he's not rejecting it either. Of all the finals that you've had on the channel so far and from the competition, I don't think anyone expected this.
I don't think I've ever seen this in our RLIS Grand Final. Any other tier, like I think they break it. Is Jamie?
I know
that
you can't
confident?
see the chat, but there's currently a negotiation going on about for how they should handle this. With they've agreed. I think they've agreed 7 seconds from the end they'll break the rule one.
Does Jamie get back there?
Oh right. The Ducky's trying to negotiate it to 2 seconds. But the High Kings have agreed 7 seconds, but I don't know if Ducky's agreeing with it. So it's all about, can Jamie beat Ducky to the ball if they go for it?
Well, is that happening?
It doesn't look like it, so
Oh, Ducky broke it!
Ducky breaks
Ducky!
it right at the end of
That's
the
your
game.
mod removed from RLI.
But he did take a game for the Saints. It is not. They are not getting swept. Although Ryan is calling for an automatic forfeit for. Even his own teammates are calling for him to be banned after the rule one being broken.
Well, look, no matter what you say, are the Vikings that confident that they agree to stay with this? But either way, you're not going to complain too much if you're the Saints. That's a huge scalp for Ducky winning that 1v1.
I was saying to you, Ducky loves a good ones game. And we're back to the freeze. It's 3-1. It's still quite an open series. I think the Saints, that's given them a bit of hope, surely. I've seen teams turn this around before where they've from 3-0 down to 5-3. I wonder where I've seen that before. And Hero brings it up. He's shut down immediately by Ryan.
Maybe the Saints will have a bit of bad luck now after Ducky did, in fact, break that rule one, Grady. We all saw it. He broke it before the end of the game.
He did break it before the end of the game, but it doesn't look like it's affecting them so far. Some really good early pressure. Even an early shot that Ryan was able to deflect away, but the Saints seem even visibly a lot more comfortable in this game so far.
They do. They do. Maybe the Vikings are a bit too giddy. You're still laughing at Jamie's antics in that last game.
It takes two to tango. Wasn't just Jamie involved in it. But I'd say everyone in the lobby had a good giggle.
I think they did, which, if you're looking at the scoreline of the series and what matches are left to be played, you'd say it actually kind of favours the Saints a lot to do that, because they still have their strongest ones player, in theory, taste to play a series, to play a ones, potentially. It could be Hero, I'm not sure. But also on the twos, you have their stronger twos line up against the weaker Vikings. That automatically brings it back to a tight series. That just leaves it to trees then, Grady.
It does. And to my knowledge...
I thought he missed.
Sorry, I had to pause because I was watching disbelief for a second there. And, but it's again, Saints High Kings scored first in this freeze game. And with the pattern that if it follows the same pattern, it's not going to be too good in terms of the final score for the Saints. But Hero piles on the pressure. Ducky's up early and gets the read on. Was that Ryan, I believe? As Rad counters. And that might just be in the net if Taste can get there. And he does. Now, this is a lot better for the Saints.
We say that now, Grady. It was the exact same in the last Trees game. The first half of the game would have been very close, and then at some point the Vikings might start running away with it. We'll see. But the momentum, especially after that ones, where even though it was comical, it was a lot of a laugh for everyone, the momentum does seem to have shifted a lot, Grady.
Well, I thought you were about to eat your words there, but an incredible save by Ducky.
I'd have
Keeps
loved
it
to eat
all
my
level.
words there.
Jamie takes it up but doesn't go for it. Leaves it to Ryan. He tries the dribble play, but it's saved by Hero bravely with the redirect there on his own corner. And now it's the High Kings' turn to pile on that pressure, but Ryan's dived his last. Can Jamie get back? And he will, but Ducky's not going to let him out easy.
That's a great pass by Ryan. Jamie takes this guy's. It's not on target though. Kind of finds the way to the net, but no, triple clearance on the goal line from Saints. They're defending a lot better as a team. As I'm seeing a lot of shenanigans.
I love Taste Rainbows.
That's a bit of shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they need a bit clearer comms, or I don't know what's going on there, but Taste out here balling, not just the other team, as he tries to lead this team forward. But if anyone's leading this team forward, it's got to be Ducky. After that great ones win, the Saints look like a completely different team.
They do. The thing is, the Vikings aren't playing too differently. It just looks like, for the Saints, that they actually have a bit of answers on defense. They're defending well as a team. That was the main thing that was kind of letting them down in those previous games. As that's a great clear downfield by Rad. The net could be open for a second, but Hero gets back in time. Oh,
Safe hands by Hero. Well, maybe not that miss, but...
And I've only just noticed now. Alright, yeah, you first, Grady.
I was going to say, if you're in this position and you are the Saints, do you try risk that extra man forward to try take the lead of this game, or do you just keep playing it safe? Oh, never mind.
He's missed.
Never mind. Hero's missed it.
Oh, Hero!
Oh, Hero!
I already accepted defeat.
I mean,
Defeat in that that it was a goal, Grady.
I have no words. I'm speechless. I don't know if maybe the Saints won't be too happy with that one, but they will have the momentum that is possible. They'll take a bit of confidence from that. Hopefully they'll just laugh off the miss and it won't come back to bite them. As I say that, Jamie can't quite squeeze it through Taste, as the Saints are back on the back foot a little bit. But it seems to be working out okay for them.
Yeah, as Ferg says, it wasn't open. That is what Ferg says. But Jamie can't find the target. If the ball's bounced up, does Ryan commit? He doesn't. He's just going to put it up high here. Play the safe game. Try and bring him to overtime. Could be the reset the Vikings are needed if it makes it to overtime. Because as we've seen from the rest of this game, they're going to let it go to overtime, which is a huge difference by the Saints right now compared to those previous two Trees games. They have looked like this. They've just been full stop in the better team in this game.
Yeah, it's been great to see from the Saints. A huge, huge turnaround. But if they lose this overtime, you're going to look at Hero and you're going to be thinking, what could have been with that? It wasn't just the one miss. It was the double open net miss that really got him. But they're still piling on the pressure. All three High Kings players are in that defensive half. But you see Ducky left in the 1v3, gets bumped, but Taste does make it back in time to cover him. It's looking a bit more comfortable for the Saints again. They kind of seem to have calmed down a bit after the defensive play they had to put on for a while. Ducky tries to find something, and they're going to find a pass back to Taste, who's just picked up 100. Booms it to the back where Rad clears it safely to the corner. This Taste keeps the play alive, but it isn't quite enough.
the skyline, giving Rad all the length he needs to get up to that ball. But the Saints are looking relentless right now. The Vikings are just trapped under pressure. All they can do is try and clear it downfield, but there's always a third man for the Saints. Ryan finding it towards Rad. Does Jamie commit? He's up. It's on target, I believe. But Taste gets back and saves off the post. Ryan towards the backboard. What's that, Grady?
That is why Taste Ray was at the goat, but that is not, and that's in the back of the net. Jamie finds it.
Come on. Sorry. Hey, I was coughing there. No one heard the Vikings manager overly celebrating.
Yeah, well, Saints will be looking at that open net miss from Hero. They won't be too happy, but yeah, I just went to compliment Taste. It's ended up in his net. It's not a great look from me.
As Ferg says in the chat, it was not an open net.
The Saints are decided. I think they're going with twos, but there's just a bit of back and forth here about who's getting to decide.
Why would Vikings get to
Saints have decided on twos.
That is probably the smart move right now, considering Rad is still available for the Vikings in 1v1 and twos. Which you presume, given the current rosters left, Grady, it had to be the play for them.
Well, if you're looking at the teams, you would have thought it'd be Rad and Ryan, but they've brought out Jamie and Ryan. I know, I was mentioning earlier about it, these two have a lot of chemistry. They play a lot together, and we might see that on show here.
I believe so. They have been spending a lot of time together recently, and I think, more importantly, what's on the line is, I should have changed it to Champions Field. I have not been doing map rotation, actually, Grady. I only just realised.
Yeah, well, you did tell me beforehand you didn't care about it, so...
No. You should have reminded
me
about
asked
map
first,
rotation.
and you said no.
No, you asked me about can I go Champions Field on match point.
Yeah, and you said no.
I said
so you can't bring it up now and act like
you're
you're the victim. You can't act like the victim now. But that's a great shot from Hero.
Unbelievable shot by Hero. Absolutely phenomenal. Pass comes downfield by Rad, straight towards the pad of Hero. Or by Taste, straight to the pad of Hero. Ryan can't really do much. Rad's not even on the pitch, Grady.
What? I didn't even mention Rad.
I did. That's what I'm saying.
You're just stupid, though. I just want to point out that was straight on Jamie's head, and there's nothing you could do about it. He's washed. Heroes and Taste are clear.
Jamie might be able to catch him out there, but Taste is back in time. Taste swapping car, I believe. I believe he was in the Octane, but he's now in the Fennec. Jamie, gonna grab that boost now. Just booms it past. It's over Taste's head. A bit of a speed boost by Ryan after being bumped by his teammate. That's a good beat by Jamie, but Taste is there. Oh, the double coming out, but the ball is above the net. Not a problem for Taste, though. Hero. Can be a very awkward player to do. He might go for the bump now, and he does get shot. It. And the air dribble bump is complete by Hero.
The Taste has been doing a fantastic job of finding Hero in all of these plays. Every shot they've had is just Taste finding Hero with that pass, whether it's across mid or if it's across mid again. That's pretty much what he's been doing. Just over and back to Hero every time, and Hero's finding something to do that he can use the ball with. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but Hero's going to look for Taste this time, but he can't quite get it to him.
That's a great early challenge by Taste. He knew he was at a disadvantage if Jamie was left in the pure 1v1 there, but the pinch coming out there. Jamie taking his time. Hero looking for that bump. He has a bit of time now. He's going to take it up high. Gets one reset. Can he use it? He does. It's past him. The net's open for Ryan, and he halves the deficit right now. 1 goal in it. The Saints are still in the lead, but with 3 minutes left on the clock, Grady, there's still loads of time left in this match.
Yeah, it's the chemistry coming out from Ryan and Jamie there. They both knew exactly what was going to happen there. I don't think either of them expected Hero to go for the squishy save. It's probably the only thing they weren't sure of, but Ryan knew exactly. Once Jamie got the reset, that's going mid. He just has to commit to it. And it was an open net in the end. But we have an interesting predicament.
Taste got the double. Oh, I thought he might have got the ground double there, Grady. But Hero left back alone now. Ball's going across net, and Jamie managed to dunk him.
I looked away for about 2 seconds, and it's in his net.
And Grady's getting called the Gotocaster in the chat. He has as many fans here. People are glad to see him back. Hopefully we see him more in the future. But
hell no.
we've seen a lovely one-off appearance by Lance Grady as Ryan now. 1v1 opportunity with Taste. Gets the flick off. But that's a good challenge by Taste. He does manage to get the demo though. Phenomenal demo. A bit of time now, but Jamie will need to be quick on it. The net's open for a second if he decides to shoot it, but Jamie doesn't. He decides to play the 50 instead.
Now, I think Ryan and Jamie were both very confident coming into this. They both said they're expecting a sweep. They both really, they had a lot of confidence, especially if the way they warmed up. They looked like they were playing well, and they were showing it, but there is like a couple cracks beginning to form.
But that is the pressure of an RLIS Grand Final, Grady. Especially when you're coming up against such a strong twos duo in Jamie in Hero and Taste. But the dish is wide open, Grady. What happened?
Yeah, it was the one place Hero shouldn't have put the ball, and it bounces perfectly onto Jamie, who finds Ryan at the pass. Taste couldn't get back in time.
One large to another large. Jamie linking up with Ryan. The ball was put right onto Jamie's hood of his car for a shot. Easy save. Ryan might have gone for that corner boost. Taste had a slight opening for a shot there, but puts it up high. That's good control by Jamie. That's something you don't often see in Rising Star, Grady. Normally people are prone to banging the ball away. Hero overplay. The net's open for Ryan, and he's doubled the lead. The Vikings are now up by 2, Grady.
Now, this is where the shakes would come in for your Saints. 2 goals down, a minute to go. Tournament life on the line in this grand final. What do you do? How do you turn this around, Dave?
As my caster opinion, you just gotta full send at this stage. You gotta apply a lot of pressure, make the other team awkward. In my biased High Kings opinion, you don't.
Well, I think the full committing, make the other team awkward is something that Taste and Hero are both very good at doing. But it seems like it just isn't working out together. But Taste might have a shot here. The High Kings coming roaring back, but it's off the crossbar and in, and Taste halves the deficit again.
High Kings now still up by a goal, 46 seconds remaining. They'll need to play. They don't want to waste time and draw the opponent in, but they do need to be careful. They don't need to full send it. The Saints, they do. This is literally championship point, Grady.
Yeah, well, I love Taste.
Do or die for the Saints.
I love Taste Rainbows, and I know he's capable of winning this entire thing. But it's whether or not he has the faith in himself here. He does get a good pop to Hero, but there's not really much Hero can do with it. But if it does fall back to Taste, he launches it forward, Ryan catches, and can Taste find the mid, but Hero commits, and that might be game. That's 5-3, 14 seconds to go.
Never say never.
As much of an effort as Taste and Hero put in, Ryan and Jamie seem to be just a bit too much for them.
The GGs are being put in chat, Grady, but as Dan Usher's calling, the Spanish, it's not. That's a great kickoff by Ryan. Jamie, they just need to waste the clock now. The time is their friend. They need to score right now if they have any chance, but that is it.
And that is
all
the series.
She wrote for the Saints. They did manage to not get fully swept, Grady. That is a GG's for everyone. And the High Kings are your RL Ireland Superstars Rising Star champions, Grady. I think it was a very slow start for the Saints, but as you would see, if they maybe started off the series like they did maybe halfway through that, we could have had a very different series on our hands, Grady.
Yeah, I think the lads, they really, the Ducky ones win, as comical as it was, really got them a lot more confidence. But it just wasn't much they could do. And I hate to keep going on about it, but the open net miss in that in game six, oh no, game five really will come back to haunt Hero. Um, that was quite unfortunate for him. Um, yeah, it was. It is kind of funny that the one game that they did lose was the one where they rule one for 3 minutes, but the you're got a tier win, Deluge. You
It's
are.
absolutely phenomenal, Grady. I'm really not gonna complain. A tier win for myself, finally. A bit too much to potentially bring. There's the slightest chance to bring me back for the manager of the season awards there, but I think after top league play, not being too far ahead of Cans, I think Cans pretty much has it in the bag right now.
Yeah, well, I think it's pretty much set in stone. Two tier wins compared to one for the Saints, one for yourself. There's not really any debate, in my opinion.
Not at the moment. If I was super far ahead in league play, there's an argument, but I'd say Cans pretty much has it in the bag now. Probably will be announced at some point, but either way, Vikings just proved to be a bit too strong, as a lot of people predicted, Grady.
Yeah, like I told you at the start, I thought it was going to be a 5-0 or a 5-1, but yeah, I I was hoping I was going to be wrong. I was hoping to kind of see a couple more games. Like you could really see Taste ramping up as the series went on. He looked really good as if every game that was played, and I feel like he might feel a bit hard done by. But
Showing exactly why he
Vikings
was
just
that first overall pick in Rising Star, Grady.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean he fully showed that he should have been, but there's not much more that they could have really done. It was just a bit unfortunate that the High Kings had two of the players that are capable of being 1600 in a tier where probably people shouldn't even be 1600, but yeah.
No, of course. But before we hit the road, Grady, who's your MVP of that series?
It's got to be Ryan. I actually thought Ryan was very good. As biased as that's going to sound, I especially games one and three, he was just everywhere that the team needed him to be. Like it's every 50 he needed to take, every open net he had, every like save. I was really impressed.
Yeah, no, it was really good indeed. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see. But look,
If
either
people
way,
want to know, Dave, before you leave, who's your MVP? Because I know you're trying to get out of not saying one.
as much as I want to give it to Ryan, Ryan was very, very good. Rad pulled his weight all the way along. I'm actually just
Sorry,
stuck.
just
I'm
laugh.
not, I'm actually stuck, but not as much as I shouldn't be giving it to him after his comical performance in 1v1. I'm gonna give it to Jamie. I think Jamie was absolutely phenomenal throughout the whole series, especially in those twos matches. I think maybe I'm a bit biased towards that last twos where he was absolutely phenomenal, but I'm gonna have it to Jamie in the end.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at silly guy 24 in the chat there. Uh, he's saying Jamie got carried by the lads.
Now the real question is, stay tuned at some point, because at some point we might have a show match. Can the best team in Rising Star beat the worst ever Shooting Star team? That is what we should get next as a show match.
Oh god. Oh god.
My money being on my head still on the Rising Stars.
Can I forfeit one of three? Um, like I actually don't. Threes would be close. I don't know about the twos are the ones though.
But look, either way,
Uh,
I think unless you have any final parting comments, Grady.
um, I love Taste Rainbows and I hate Jamie.
Well, look, obviously before we head, unfortunate for the Saints. Big congratulations to the Vikings. Saints unlucky. Maybe next time. Maybe get a bit of coaching off the LTX Academy, one of our lovely sponsors. They might be able to, might be able to get a bit higher than a D rank on Enron's Championship tier list. Who knows? But either way, obviously another big shout out here to Emerald Core. Keep an eye out on the Discord. We will be having an announcement later in the week with a forum where you can pre-order jerseys for LAN. You can get your name, a number on the back, whatever you want. The classic green and white or orange and white. Obviously, another big shout out to one of our sponsors in the RLIS Esports League. But I think we're going to call it there. Thank you very much, Grady, for joining me tonight. I know this one, considering you have friends on both teams, really wanted to get involved with this. And it was an absolute pleasure to have you join me tonight, Grady.
Thank you for having me. It was an absolute pleasure to be here.
But make sure to keep an eye out in the Discord. And if you haven't already, make sure to find yourself a team for LAN. Try and get down to Cork if possible, everyone. It'd be absolutely incredible to meet all of you. But I'm Neil Lynch. I've been joined by Larry Grady, and we are all going to have a lovely time. But enjoy the rest of your nights, everyone, and have a lovely weekend. Enjoy. Peace out.
Do you struggle to rank up in Rocket League? Are you stuck in Diamond while your other friends flex their SSL title? Well, look no further. I have partnered up with LTX Academy as a coach, and we are ready to boost your gameplay. With multiple tournaments and trophies won and thousands of dollars earned, I will tailor to your needs and make sure you get to that next level. I'm also doing discounted prices for the first 10 days, so you do not want to miss out. And you are also probably thinking,
CMOS, how do I book a session with you?
well, that's easy. Just open up that fancy browser of yours, type medify.gg/@cmasorl_, pick a session to your liking, book a time, and bang, you're booked, and I'll see you in the call. Once again, that's medify.gg/@cmasorl_.